just hard to come by or produces high anxiety for you. Or maybe you've been able to earn massive amounts of money, but it just slips through your fingers. This video is for you. Because in this video, I'm going to explain how your nervous system is subconsciously running a pattern that is identifying your financial status. See, I heard this not too long ago, that your identity matches your financial status. And when I heard this, I was like, But it's so true. Think about it. I'm sure you've heard this. It's happened over and over and over again. People hit the lottery, whatever it's called, literally become millionaires, if not billionaires, like overnight. And the majority of them end up in the same situation, same financial debt, if not more, chaos, crazy environment than before all the money. It just goes to show that our identity is equal to our financial status. Money is not going to change that. So that's why if you've been able to come into massive amounts of money, but you can't hold on to it, or maybe you just can't even come into the massive amounts of money because your nervous system is blocking you. A lot of people think it's their mindset, but I want to tell you that it's not your mindset. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not that you're dumb. It's not that you don't have a hard work ethic, but maybe you do. Your nervous system is subconsciously running these patterns that are deep-rooted, and it's all from childhood or early on in life from what we've learned. But first and foremost, hi, my name is Leanne. Welcome to my channel, Rise and Elevate, where I talk about universal principles and how I've been able to utilize them to create and manifest a beautiful, abundant life for myself. And this topic I'm extremely passionate about because I've been able to tear down a lot of blocks, but the money is something that I still honestly work on a daily basis. But let's go back to the subconscious mind and the nervous system. Your nervous system's its main job is to keep you safe and alive. And it's always going to choose what's familiar and what sounds like familiar. Family. Therefore, however you were raised, just like you are what you eat, we are products of our environment. So however you were raised, subconsciously, that's what's familiar. And our nervous system, psychology even proves, is going to go and choose what's familiar rather than what you maybe consciously desire. Our nervous system does not want to create this abundant life for you. That's not its job. It's to keep you safe and alive. Think about it. Thank God we have it, because if something's hot, we're going to pull our hand back. So if we're hungry, we're going to eat. It's in a fight or flight stage for good reasons and for bad. But these learned patterns are learned so they can be unlearned. But one little tricky thing that you need to understand is like our subconscious mind works like this. Hear me out. You put shoes on today, right? You either tied them or just put them on. Do you remember putting them on? Like, did you say, let me put the right foot in and then the left foot? No. See, you just subconsciously put those shoes on. You go to the grocery store or driving to and from work. Do you always remember the drive and the route and everything? Maybe if someone cuts you off, of course you're going to remember, but not necessarily. I think you're getting my point is we subconsciously go throughout our day doing things that we're just running a program that we're not always aware of. But when something like this, like money, which is a very big hot topic, can be very deep rooted in our nervous system. And that's why subconsciously we're running on these patterns. And it can be very deep rooted because if you grew up like me, where money was scarcity or scarce, is that the right? I think that's the right, scarce. Yeah, it was scarce and there was lack. And there was like a lot of tension and high anxiety in the home and you wanted it. All the other kids had more money, their families, their homes were nicer. They had plenty of food in their house. Maybe your parents were fighting over money or constantly trying to overwork and undercharged. And you witness that, then subconsciously, your nervous system is programmed on that pattern, but just let it slip right through their hands. So let's not let this be you anymore. Or if you were raised this way, you could come into opportunities where you could make more money, but you just let them pass you by because your nervous system, we literally do it to ourselves. Underthinking logically. When it's like, if when you're in fight or flight, it's like a lion's chasing after you. You're just like in this survival mode and just will do anything just to survive. You're not always going to think logically. I am guilty of it myself. Are running subconsciously on these scarcity, money, financial patterns. We let opportunities pass us by because we're not aware of them. We make decisions that are irrational and not logical and not always the best. More so based on emotion because our nervous system isn't regulated. When your nervous system is regulated around money and you're calm, that's when you can work smarter and not harder. See, a lot of people have this all backwards. They think, oh, if I work harder, then I'm going to make more. And that's not always the case. I'm not going to give examples, but I think you can think of some for yourself. It's all an identity thing. It's what you identify and how your nervous system is programmed, because these programs is a pattern that is identifying your financial status. And once you can see these patterns and become aware of them, is when you can make the change. The biggest thing for me, and I know for a lot of other people that I've spoken to this topic about and helped, is that you have to check your ego at the door. So you can't let your ego get in the way, because it's like, here's a good example. This literally just happened to me this week. My New Year's resolution is to calm down, slow down, regulate my nervous system, be abundant, not have this scarcity, anxious, unregulated nervous system when it comes to work and money and finances. Because when I do, it all crumbles. Because when you don't feel safe and you're not regulated, nothing's going to work for the good, that is. But here's my example. I was going to a doctor's appointment and they had valet that was, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but it was, every valet was complimentary. That's it. Me, I pull in the parking lot. Mind you, it's raining. I'm in South Florida, so it's been a little chilly and it's raining. And I just kept circling the parking lot, even though I clearly saw this complimentary valet sign. Because my childhood, I was raised by a single mother that was like, I gotta work hard. I got this. I don't need anyone's help. I got this. I have something to prove. And also, it's like, I'm going to have to tip him, even though I have the money to tip him. Subconsciously, it's like these patterns that are running, and I'm sure maybe you can identify with it too. These patterns are running, even though it's not even the truth, but it's like I'm a little girl again. It's like, oh, we don't have money to pay the bills. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Mind you, I kept circling the parking lot. This guy at the valet finally just like looked at me, and he like I'm not kidding. He like put his arms up in the air like, "Miss, what are you doing?" And I was like, I literally like pulled in, and I was like, it's my New Year's resolution to kind of be easy on myself. Take the help. That's like kind of where I left it with him, because I didn't want to like go this deep. And he started laughing. And he was like, let me park your car for you. And it was like pouring rain. But the point is like I subconsciously am on these patterns. So I'm just circling, looking for a parking spot because I must conquer and achieve. My ego is in the way. My ego like has me held up on these patterns. It's like, why? When you could choose the easy route, take the complimentary parking, and you have the money to pay. That's not your identity anymore, Leanne. So it's like you have to check the ego, but you also have to let that old identity die. It's not you anymore. Let it go. And even if you're not at that financial status, let it go, because it's doing nothing but giving you limiting beliefs. I'm cool and collective. I don't need to conquer everything on my own. And I have the money in the bank. Even if you don't, if you rehearse this and affirm and believe, everything is going to line up for you, because you are going to be regulated and you're going to be operating at a state of not lack and screaming you don't have. You're going to be calm. You're going to be able to make logical decisions. You're not going to let opportunities pass you by. You're going to be aware of what's going around you, ready to jump onto that new opportunity. Not must survive, need to grab everything that I can, because that doesn't get you anywhere. Besides chasing the same old hamster wheel tomorrow. And that's not working. And trust me, I'm not coming at you like I've been there. I'm still there. It's something I'm still working through. It's something that I actually noticed because I've been able to overcome many blocks and achieve a lot of goals. But the money block, it's a deep-rooted issue. And I'll never forget, it was before Thanksgiving, and I was like, okay, I'm doing all the shadow work. I'm regulating my nervous system. And I remember pulling into the parking lot of the grocery store, and it was packed. There was tons of people. No, I wasn't thinking about not getting a turkey. I was like, how much is this gonna come to? And what is that doing to my nervous system? Like this fight or flight, not good. So what I'm trying to get to is become aware of these. Pay attention to yourself right now. Right now, listening to this video. Are you tense thinking about money? I know, my neck is getting a little red. Is your jaw tense? Do you get anxious? I know some people that have like thousands of dollars, $50,000, $60,000 in the bank, and they still get anxious around this. So it's okay if you do, but what's not okay is if you continue, because let's take it up a notch and keep growing, because when we are safe and our nervous system is regulated is when we are open to more opportunities, and we're not operating at lack. We're identifying as abundant, and we're going to make better choices, be able to invest in better choices. Be smarter, wiser. Because I hate to say it, but not always the ones that work harder are richer. It's the ones that work smarter, not harder. Because when you're safe and you're regulated, things just run smoothly. I say this to my daughter all the time. Instill best practices. Because when you instill best practices, is when everything is just going to cooperate. Think about your morning routine if you have children, or just getting yourself ready, and dogs or pets or a life. If you're prepared and you're regulated and you feel safe and you're confident and you're not operating from this scarcity or lack, things just run smoothly for you. So pay attention to your energy now. Pay attention to your energy and your body when you are paying bills or spending money. The grocery store, the mall, the school, the gas station. Mind I keep going. Or if there's like one day that you designate to, doing all your finances. What is your energy like on those days? And how could you kind of like clean it up and regulate it? Because once you can identify this situation, like for me, when I was in Publix, I was like, okay, I'm literally just emitting lack and craziness. Stop. Because we can't change anything until we can identify it. But that's why you have to check your ego, because it's not going to serve you. And I don't know about you, but don't hold on to anything that doesn't serve me. And you shouldn't either. So everything, every thought, every pattern, every behavior that doesn't serve you, let it go. That's not your identity anymore. Because your identity equals your financial status. And I'm pretty sure you're looking to make or accumulate or be more comfortable to get to the next level financially. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this video. So let go of all of those things that do not serve you. Become aware of the patterns and the situations and the environments where you are triggered. Maybe even make a little journal and jot them down. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to become aware if we want to change things. So I hope this video you found helpful, because like myself, we're not responsible. We didn't choose the way we grew up. And I don't want my past to be my future. And even though I've been able to take my life to the next level and make more money, more than anyone in my entire family, this unregulated nervous system is just like pulling in more chaos where the pool pump will break. All of a sudden there's a huge HOA assessment. It's like, and that's why I say it just slips through your fingers. Because our environment, if we're not regulated and not feeling safe, we're missing opportunities, and our environment is just going to give it right back to us. It's an energy. as within, so without. And I am not holding on to anything that does not serve me, and you are not either. And I'm planning on taking you with me. So I hope this video was helpful. And in the next video, I'm going to explain how we can rewrite these patterns so we can leave all that BS in the back and move forward in 2026. Maybe you're seeing this in 2027 or 2028. I don't know, whatever year it is for you. Moving forward in the future to start creating and embracing financial freedom and things that serve us, feeling safe and regulated around money. And we should not be scarce around money or have anxiety, because money is flowing to you and me rapidly and abundantly. That is our identity. So until the next video, I hope you have a good day.